Hey everybody, and welcome to the Kinnelon Voice.
The Kinnelon Voice? I thought the show was called TKV.
Yeah, TKV is the Kinnelon Voice, aka the greatest show ever. It's a show made by students, and we share segments about the Kinnelon School District and community. And Michela, we're on the show right now. Michela?
Thanks, Kelsie. Our first segment will learn more about our new principal, Mr. Gary Shuda. Kelsie?
Since the retirement of former KHS principal Dr. Merkling, KHS has had 3 principals in consecutive years. Michela, what's up first?
With more, producers Ryan Griffin and David Donker caught up with our new principal. Let's check out the video.
Greetings, I'm Ryan Griffin for the Kinnelon Voice, and with me we have Mr. Shuda, our principal. Where were you previously at office and for how long?
I was previously the principal at West Essex Regional High School for 3.5 years. Prior to that, I was an assistant principal at Livingston High School for 2.5 years.
And for how long were you involved with education in general?
In general, I've been in education for 18 years.
And what were your immediate policies you want to alter, establish, or remove?
I met with a number of people to try and get my finger on the pulse of the district and of the school to find out what people cared about. I really wanted to empower the teachers and empower the students rather than change policy.
How do you see Kinnelon High School in the near future regarding academics, sports, and the arts?
So my goals for the school and for the student and the staff is to be number 1 in the near future, and that there is no reason we do not make Kinnelon the number 1 school in the state.
What rules have you most recently established, and for what reasons?
Right off the bat, there are a couple rules, no hall passes. We've also relaxed the cell phone policy that students can check their cell phones in the hallway, check a text message, check an email without being penalized. So we wanted to empower the students, show them some freedoms, and I know that they can handle the responsibility. We've also looked at actually introducing a senior service program for the seniors of the group to expand in volunteer service at the end of their senior year.
Do you think you are going to utilize the senior projects?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's a great thing, getting the seniors to help the community go out, get some community service hours. I think it's an awesome program.
I would like to. That's something I think can help me out a lot. Getting a 3.0 would be very nice, and it's something I'd like to utilize, yes.
Okay, where is your favorite stop to eat in Kinnelon, and for what is your favorite sandwich?
My favorite place to eat would be a Taste of Reality, and my favorite sandwich would be the Face and Lake Hero. So I think I've had about 8 sandwiches there so far, and I can't wait to complete the menu.
Thanks, Dave and Ryan, for that report. The new Senior Service Project is a new trial program for participating seniors. It will start after our spring AP exams. Moving along.
For some students, the college experience could be a tremendous 4 years.
But before enrollment and moving into your dorm rooms for the first time, a few things need to take place.
Essentially, and the most important, is the college application process.
It can present itself as tedious, but it is necessary for a student looking to take their education and/or athletic career to the next level.
Recently, TKV reporters Tim Elefante and Van Owens catch up with a few students and our guidance counselors as they share more about the process.
From my side, the application process is pretty straightforward. We get everything together as far as letters of recommendation. We compile letters from your teachers as well. They upload everything to Naviance. The administrative staff here in the guidance office helps upload transcripts and everything on Naviance. And we make sure everything is in order so that we can send things out significantly ahead of the deadlines to keep everything rolling.
As explained by Mr. Buser and Ali Camano, the college application process is stressful, but not as stressful as it seems.
Yeah, it's pretty stressful balancing like schoolwork and academics and activities outside of school. I mean, I'm just trying to like focus on all the things I have to do.
Getting a jump on things is important because I think a lot of students are intimidated by the process, and indeed it can be a lengthy one, but all in all it's really not hard, it's just a little tedious.
Another aspect that can further complicate the process is if the student wants to continue his or her athletic career into and throughout college.
I think from the student athlete's perspective, reaching out to coaches fairly early on in high school, if you know you want to play a sport at the collegiate level, it's not a bad idea to express interest. That's really one of the main ways that coaches can understand who they can keep an eye on or who might be wanting to play sports at the collegiate level. And certainly, again, aside from student contact, your own high school coach plays a tremendous part in this whole process.
For me, the most difficult part of the recruiting process was trying to perform under pressure of all the coaches sitting on the sidelines at every single one of my games. For me, I was looking for a balance between athletics and academics, so it was about 50% of my decision.
I would definitely start planning over the summer and just make sure you take your time with everything because it is very important for your future.
My advice would be to start early and really focus on all the stuff you have to do and start your essays in the summer and get your recommendations in June and just get it all done so you're not stressed.
I think the only time it gets stressful on us is when we're given paperwork pretty close to a deadline. I think we like to have things about 2 weeks ahead of time. When it's after that period and we have to get things in order, sometimes it can be a bit of a scramble. But for the most part, you guys as a student body are great about it and we get things out.
It is stressful because it is so important, but I mean, if you start early, it's really not that bad.
I'm Tim Elefante with the Kinnelon Voice.
Hey, nice job on the report, Tim and Van.
Nice job, guys. Certainly from watching your video, I found out the process can be lengthy. I also learned that I should get a jump start on things and communicate with my guidance counselor. Now that I'm a junior, I'm involved in the process currently. Kelsie, what has the process been like for you?
Honestly, it's exciting because you're planning your future, and another reminder, stay organized. The more schools that you apply to, the more information needs to be shared. Working with your guidance counselors can ease some of the stress, plus all of your friends go through the same thing, so no one's alone during the process. Michela?
For returning students, some may have noticed few new faces in the hallways and classroom.
KHS has had a few new teachers this year. TKV producers Will Klein and Nick Lametto caught up with a few. With more, here's the report.
Kinnelon's a great district, and I was very excited to have the opportunity to apply for a job here, and you can just walk around and see on a daily basis why anyone would want to work here. It's a very nice school.
I was very excited about the high-achieving students and the tight-knit community, and also it is gorgeous up here. I love being able to come up to this area and see all the trees and the nature and just be around life.
I'm looking forward to be teaching the students of Kinnelon.
They're actually very helpful and friendly. I can't get over the politeness. I'm not used to that. If you hand a paper back to a student, they always say thank you. I've never had that before. I wind up getting 30 thank yous every time I hand something back. I'm just really overtaken by that.
Being that I'm new, the school student body, it's really nice. Students are very respectful. They care about each other and they care about learning. And I think as a teacher, I think those are very good qualities. Students to be helpful and wanting to learn.
Very passionate about my subject, which is biology. I feel like teaching students about life and how it works is one of the most important things that they can learn.
I'm originally from Spain, from Galicia. I was a stay-at-home mom, and I had done a minor in Spanish at Montclair, and I decided that I wanted to become a teacher and went to school, got my master's in teaching, and I've been teaching Spanish the past 8 years. And I love teaching Spanish because I love speaking the language, I love the culture, and to increase and improve their proficiency in using the Spanish language.
I'm very passionate about my subject. I've been in the literature ever since I was in 7th and 8th grade, and I discovered Edgar Allan Poe and couldn't stop reading it, and I still voraciously read today.
As the report indicates, the new teachers are motivated and enjoying their year in Kinnelon.
Due to time constraints, we are unable to chat with Mrs. Horn and Mr. Mikhail, but we'd like to welcome them to KHS with open arms. Hey Michela, what's up next?
The field of digital communication is constantly expanding at Kinnelon High School. Producers Lucy Amos and Justin Van Eker caught up with visual imaging teacher Ms. Kivlon and guidance counselor Ms. Charles. They talk about a new digital communications class, photojournalism, coming up to KHS during the spring 2016 semester. With more, here is their report.
Photojournalism is the visual recording of history. When used properly or correctly, it tells the truth. It can change minds, and it can change events. The history of photojournalism is the actual recording, visual recording of history, and how has it changed? Everyone can be a photojournalism now. Everyone has their cameras, their cell phones, so you can go and you take pictures of what's happening, the current events. It has affected the job market for photojournalists, but it's opened up also the visual truth of events.
When a new class is introduced into the curriculum, it's usually teachers that approach a supervisor, administrator with the idea for a new class. A written proposal is put in and then submitted to the curriculum office at central office. The process is then reviewed, or the course is then reviewed by the curriculum committee of the Board of Education, and depending on the facilities and if equipment is needed or books are needed, it can be a 1 to 2 year process.
The only skills is the desire to learn, because you will learn how to take photos, you'll learn how to edit your photos, select the ones that will be the best visual storytelling tools or images. So really, you will learn everything you need. The only thing that you need to come to class with or this course with is the desire to learn. The process that we're going to take in this class will be studying current photojournalism, what's going on in the newspaper, what's going on in current events, and what went on historically. And then the students will learn how to visually record it themselves.
Well, I think that Mrs. Kivlon has reinvigorated the digital communications program. So I think that part of it is making it come alive, and I think part of it, when students take the elective of digital imaging, they see the applications that digital imaging has in terms of possible career interests. So I think it relates to that.
All news will be covered. What news will be covered in this course? All news. Whatever is of interest of the students. It could be sports, could be current events, what's going on in the school, in the town, the community. Whatever interests with the students is what they'll focus on. Sorry, I'm so bad at this.
It's all right, it's all right.
You asked me to take pictures, and I would do that, but talking, that's not my point.
Thanks for that feature. Certainly with mobile digital devices and apps like Instagram and Twitter, photojournalism has become part of our everyday lives.
Learning healthy digital habits is important, and utilizing and studying the industry can be impactful. Kelsie?
Recently, KHS students were asked about an interesting array of questions to get to know the student body better. Michela, what are some of those questions?
Ever wish you had a superpower? Wonder what a world would be like without Instagram likes? Well, you'll find out in this edition of Cam on the Street. Producers Mike DeClario and my co-host, Kelsie, catch up with a few students and faculty for this edition of Cam on the Street.
Hey, can I interview you?
First, let me get my accounting textbook.
If nobody liked your Instagram pictures, would you still post them?
Yeah, and I wouldn't buy followers either because that's weak.
No.
Yes. I feel like I don't really need likes. It's just out there for people to see.
Yes. Actually, I wouldn't post them because that's embarrassing.
Yes, because I could always like them.
Yes, because I love Instagram.
I was a paper boy.
Shelving books at a library.
My first job, I was a busboy at an Italian restaurant.
Lifeguarding.
I'm still unemployed.
In the cafeteria.
Cafeteria. I don't want to eat lunch alone.
In class without friends because you're there for like an hour during the day.
Having no friends in lunch.
Lunch then, because I'm working hard in class. Don't really care who's in there.
Flying, because then I wouldn't have to pay for gas.
To be able to read minds.
To fly, because that's sick.
To turn invisible, probably.
To be able to see through anything.
Being able to fly.
Because then I could get places faster.
Spring. It's warm and it's my birthday. Fall. I like fall festivities.
Fall. Football.
Spring, because it's lax season.
Fall, because football's on.
Spring, because then it gets warm. And then summer's after.
When I tripped during the relay race in Spirit Week.
When Catherine Zeckmeister fell during Spirit Week, I had secondhand embarrassment.
I airballed a layup in basketball.
Losing an arm wrestle my freshman year during Spirit Week.
I really don't know. I can't think of it all.
Pretty perfect kid?
Yeah, I'm pretty perfect.
Thank you, Kelsie and Mike, for that great Cam on the Street. Moving on.
Hey, do you all know Chrissy Marchand? Well, she's a hardworking, talented student here at KHS. Her talent specifically in the musical arts vocal performance has provided an opportunity for her to be accepted in the All-Eastern Choir.
Producers Ellie DeBrino and Charlie Swanson catch up with the talented Christy Marchand in the exclusive Student Spotlight interview. We learn more about her journey as a singer.
Hi, I'm Christy Marchand and I'm a junior here at Kinnelon High School. I started singing when I was very young, in 3rd grade to be specific, and that was when I started taking lessons, and I've continued ever since then. My favorite thing about singing is the feeling you get after you perform, having all the support from your friends and family. I play the ukulele and I'm currently learning how to play the piano. The All-Eastern Choir consists of students from Maine through Maryland, and we go in February and we learn all the music and we perform over a weekend. To be in All-Eastern Choir, I had to make state choir last spring, and also I stayed after with Mr. Linnell for a few days to put together a video and mail it in.
I'm Charles Linnell. I'm the choir director at Kinnelon High School. Christy has worked really hard to get this far, and it's a great honor for both our program, for the choir program. It's a great honor for the school. It's a great honor for the community, for a community this small to have representation in a choir that represents the best singers from Maine to Maryland. I can help her with her intonation, with the addiction, with all the musicality that the selection committee is looking for.
Singing will always be in my life because it's just something I'll never lose, and it's something that makes me very happy, and yeah. I'm Christy Marchand, and I'm a junior here at Kinnelon High School.
Wait, got
What?
papers in the shot. You can't talk to the paper.
To be in all Eastern choir, I made all.
Are you proud of Christy for having?
This is Rinaldi. Please call the office. This is Rinaldi.
I'm sure you can edit this out.
Yeah, and yeah.
Boom.
Thank you, Ellie and Charlie, for that segment.
Christy, your hard work is paying off and we wish you the best. Keep on singing. Well, that wraps up our stories for the edition of TKV. And Michela, thanks for jumping in as a host, as Van couldn't be with us today. Sorry.
No problem. Thanks everybody for joining us. We hope to see you next time, and for everyone here at the Kinnelon Voice, we say thanks for watching. Stay classy, Kinnelon.
Roll credits. So long, everybody.
Okay, we're done.
Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Having got a lot, I don't need a lot, coffee's only a dime. Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Just think about me, I'm just as free as any daughter. I do what I like, just what I like, and how I love it. I'm right here to stay when I'm old and gray. I'll be right in my prime. Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time.